This is what's going on with Bieber. He was clean for a while, right?
Yeah, he was.
And he's got a nice wife, got nice kids.
Yeah, they had no baby, everything.
Yeah.
Is that Ellen?
Is it?
I don't know. Looks like Ellen.
All right, so here's the debauchery Coachella, and here's Bieber.
Oh yeah. I seen this.
Watch out with the music, Brandon.
Oh, true. All right, I'll turn the sound off.
Everything in Coachella is copyrighted. Everything
copyrighted as fuck.
Everything. Farts
this
in Coachella
one,
copyrighted.
yo.
This
Talk
lean,
about
this
looks like
lean.
a New Haven party.
Looks like he's on like fentanyl there.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. You got that fentanyl like hunched over like it.
Wow. That's how you know it's bad. It's like when the celebrities are getting fentanyl by accident.
Oh, Brandon, come on. He's too rich to do fentanyl.
No. Yeah.
That's what you would think, but
He's too rich to do fentanyl. That's crack.
That's crack.
They're giving up the fentanyl test kits there.
Good old fucking crack.
Let's call it what it is.
I think he does.
But I mean, yeah,
cocaine.
you see those same dance moves in most downtown areas on any metropolitan city.
So what's up with this guy? Is he just like falling apart now? Like I didn't really look into this one, but like, what is that the narrative that he's just like toasted now?
I've
You know,
kept
he
up
had
a
that
little
whole,
bit. Go ahead.
He had that whole religious run a couple years ago, right?
Right. Yeah. He found Jesus.
I think it's a bad sign when anybody's outwardly religious like that. You're trying to cover something up that's just going to come out. A little
Oh,
later.
interesting. So it's like you make religion your
Right.
addiction.
Yeah. He tried to be a good boy for a little bit, try to pretend like he likes his wife and his kids, but
I like that you're saying that because Umberto's gonna get fired up now.
No, that's the issue that I have. Okay.
Here we go, baby.
sorry.
And we're going to talk about the Pope and Catholicism a little bit. But I mean, come on, how little of a man are you? Like you have a beautiful wife, brand new kids, and you can't keep yourself sober for like to be like a dignified, straight up man for your kids and your wife, and you're partying there like a fucking asshole. You think this is a good look? Imagine if you're the kid, all right? You see this 10 years later and you see your dad tweaking on top of a fucking speaker to be cool. Like it's just such a fucking bad look. And this happens with Christians, Brandon.
I know you got plenty to say about that.
They go really hard for a while, born again, I'm saved, I'm with this and that, and then they go back to their old ways.
Keep going. I like
Plays in perfectly to Kanye.
What?
This plays in perfectly to Kanye though, because like who put out an entire religious Christian album like back in 2020? And was entirely about like I'm Jesus now, I'm preaching the word and stuff.
Oh, but that album was fire. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it was good. I mean, I'm a fan. Maybe I don't know after today, but
So you guys think that like the Christian side of things gives people too easy of a pass? Like, because I mean, with whether it's I guess Catholicism or whether it's Judaism, like there's a pretty significant barrier to entry. Like you have to really work to get to a place where you're respected in the church. Like Catholicism, we went there with somebody like a couple months ago, and they're like, "Oh, could I what'd she ask?
Yeah, can I become a Catholic?"
They're like, no, bitch."
No. And I need to take this course and come here on Sundays and this and that. And the thing is that Christianity, like Protestantism, it's just so easy and so convenient. Like you just go there, go like, "Hey, I want to be part of the club. Here, take a dip. Okay, you're saved, and that's it. It's over." You know what I mean? That's why you don't see Catholics that go Catholic and then go back. It's a full-time job.
Yeah.
You told me this weekend. I went to church like 3 times.
Right.
yeah.
I know. Yeah, you put in work this weekend, but so I mean, I guess.
Can I go before?
Yeah, hit it.
You got to go back to the first phase of it. So first off, with Bieber. First off, I've been keeping up with this shit. I read the Daily Mail every day because you never know what the heck shows. It's actually pretty cool. So listen, first off, my boy was doing great. And what set him down a bad spiral was P. Diddy getting arrested.
Oh, wow.
Since then, we're seeing the fall of Bieber. Now, listen, I ain't no big Bieber fan. You know what I mean? Earlier years when he was kind of smoking dope, trying to act, black, and he was doing all these things, trying to fight. I don't really care about Bieber then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Bieber did have.
He used to be listening to Bieber.
Oh yeah, no, listen, he had his his Christ moment, right, where he went back to the church 100%. But I think he was doing great. I mean, they had a baby on the way. You know, things were looking great for them. But in between, right in the middle of that pregnancy, is when he also got hit with the whole Diddy thing, right? And there's a lot of videos that got resurfaced. A lot of people talked about it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, like it was right in front of our face. Like we weren't even seeing it. You know what I mean? Like Diddy grabbing him, saying, "We can't talk about what we're going to do tonight," right? And then like he's just like awkwardly there. I mean, if what we know now all about the things about Diddy. To me, I think he got abused. You know what I mean? There's got to be some stuff in there with him with that. You know what I mean? So I think there's a lot of trauma on his end that is now coming on the end and surface that he put away, that he first put away when he was doing all the drugs. You know what I mean? I mean, if you saw his rise, then he starts being this bad boy trying to be, right? Boxes hanging down, hanging out with P. Diddy and all these big guys. And then, you know what I mean? Now you see his like redemption story, right?
Right.
But now all that trauma gets brought back, and now we're seeing him go back to that era of like smoking weed, doing drugs, falling apart, right? So I think for Bieber on my end, I think what we're seeing is his trauma is coming back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now one of those things where like Umberto, listen, I gotta disagree with you on this, right? And all love, but like, you know, one of those things, and I think the biggest misconception or the biggest conception, I know you go to church, I know you know what I mean, but still, I think one of the biggest misconceptions people think is just because you turn your life to Christ, that means that you're good, you're saved. Like that's the real work, man. That kid just started his work. You know what I mean? And I think I'm nobody to judge no other man, because at the end of the day, anybody's capable of that spiral. Everyone's price is different. You know what I mean?
You know, I mean, I 100% agree. Someone called it RIAA, and because that ticket's gonna go platinum. You know?
RRA, what do you mean by that? Everybody laughed. That one missed me.
It's a music industry joke.
Yeah, I'm not in the fucking industry.
But you know what?
I just laughed to be part of it. I'll admit, I don't know what it means either.
Yeah, I fucking know. I was like, how the fuck did Brandon laugh about this? Like, is something going on?
I was just going along with it.
Brandon's getting started. Don't worry about it. All right, don't worry about it.
I was like, all right, I'll
Brandon is learning the lingo. Don't worry about it.
I didn't want to leave you on an island.
I'm almost interested in how many people in the chat even freaking put that up. I want to put in the chat. Ask them how many people know what the fuck was just said. I can't be the only one, because at that moment I was like,
write it in the messages, because I put up a poll. Are you Christian or Catholic?
Okay, what was the other fucking other? What was it? What was the fucking
that's
saying? I don't even know.
Brandon.
What, Protestant or Catholic?
Yeah, that's the right poll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I cancel it, or will they know what I mean?
No, cancel it.
You know, cancel it.
They're both Christian.
Right.
But you know what?
Go ahead.
I feel like a piece of shit now, because you're right. Everyone has their own work. I'm not Jesus. I mean, the whole thing is getting back up, all right? So it's a dick move for me to judge him. Maybe after this wild weekend, he goes back into it. So, and he has his whole life to, you know, make amends with Christ. So you're right. You're 100% right.
Yeah, I mean, I just like, go ahead, be good.
I don't know, because this might throw the entire conversation off the rails, because I definitely think everybody's entitled to praise however they want to praise and believe however they want to believe. But it's almost like when it's like, you're doing it a little too hard. What are you hiding? And we're seeing it right now with Bieber and Diddy, like you were talking about. I mean, not Diddy, Kanye. What's the pipeline of getting sexually abused to being crazy in public? I don't want to talk about that. But we could get to that.
No.
Well,
let's break
it down like this. Let's table that for now. But I want to talk about a more human conversation.
Okay.
Very human.
Where's this gonna go?
Because Camilla was talking about like when you realize that Bieber was switching, and I realized during a really human situation where somebody who he thought was a good friend of his, who produced a lot of music for him, married his ex-girlfriend that like everybody says that he's like still in love with and stuff. You know,
I didn't know that.
You had, Benny Blanco married Selena Gomez, and
he produced some of his music. That's also 100%. I mean, that could be a factor, right?
And if I had all the money in the world,
some shade. He did throw some shade.
Yeah.
He talked about the ring. He's like, everybody posting about the ring.
You know, that might set a motherfucker off if you never got over your first love.
But think about it, though, like that was during his formative years that weird stuff allegedly happened with Diddy. Because I mean, what was he, like 12 or 13? And what was the guy's name? Scooter Braun. That was the agent that connected.
Scooter Brown.
Scooter
That's his name.
Brown or Braun?
Is it Braun or
Scooter
Brown?
LeBron?
I think it's Braun.
It's Braun.
Brown?
No
There's
idea.
no way it's Brown.
I have no fucking idea.
It's Braun. And I don't look at last names, but it's Braun.
Don't judge people by their names. But he was the same one who connected Diddy and somebody else that he might have fondled or something. I forget. But yeah, no, I mean, with those videos, like it seems like on its surface that like it's totally plausible that like the transaction was like, oh, so Bieber's like somewhat talented. Diddy has connections, like, you know, like, and he likes to do stuff with kids. Bring him over. Why am I getting that good? And you know, like it seems like a pretty straightforward transaction, but that's what was I gonna say? So like that's the thing in the music industry where it's not necessarily like merit based all the time. Like you kind of need connections to like become a superstar a lot of the time. You know, like maybe it's different today because of TikTok and stuff. But like when Bieber was 13 or whatever, Miguel, you think he would have been able to make it without having connections?
Yeah, I think and especially when they're at that age, it's all about like who's willing to work with whoever's willing to get you where you want to be. You know what I mean? So maybe it was you saw it in the I don't know if you guys watched the documentary that exposed Nickelodeon. What is it? Quiet on Set.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it.
I can't watch it. I want to.
That's
I
a
want to.
Messed
very
up.
heavy one.
But you know, it comes down to parents being complacent, parents putting kids in a situation where what happens at the end of that, you know, you don't really know.
LaBeouf. Look at Shia LaBeouf. His pops got him fucking all in that shit.
Yeah,
Amanda
exactly.
Bynes.
Yep, man.
And
I mean,
and the music industry is just like any other industry where, you know, they use
Right
this
place,
phrase
right
to
time.
excuse the police all the time. It's just bad apples, you know. You got bad apples, and you take a person who always wanted some power, and then they end up in a lot of power. They could do whatever they want, and there's people that do really good things with it, and maybe there's some people that fuck kids. I just don't know.
Then there might be, I don't know, allegedly there's some agencies interested in those guys, you know, to get blackmail on some other people, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Because if you see the three cases, Diddy, Kanye, and Justin, what do they have in common?
Diddy, Kanye, Justin, music.
A manager.
The music industry and their manager. Weird.
Who's their manager? Scooter?
Brandon, I won't get into it.
No. There's lines. Oh, there's lines. We ain't crossing them.
It's okay. We're all telepathically communicating right now. It's okay. I think the audience too.
So, like, I will say this too, though. Like, I mean, even kind of what you were touching on before, which is like Bieber's era happened to be the early stages of YouTube, right? He got caught up by Usher, you know what I mean? Right place, right time.
Right. That's what I was trying to think of before too.
So, exactly. So, like now you're it's kind of a little different, right? You could go viral much more easier. So now we're seeing these roads to stardom just be that much quicker. Right. So it's a different era.
TikTok.
I mean, a hot tour. You just got to say a hot tour. You got a podcast. You're going around the world.
And then you do a crypto rug pull and make $1 billion.
Your Island Brothers, and then next thing you know, like, you know what I mean? Like all this shit.
And you'd be kissing your brother.
Yeah, exactly. And now you're boxing and you're hugging each other. You know what I mean?
Now, do we actually believe that they're Epstein Island brothers? What do you guys think? Have you seen that connection?
I have not. Well, I think I saw something, but I did not go into it. Really?
There's a photo of young Island brothers with Mr. Epstein.
Me. Brandon, do you know this?
Wait, say that again.
There's a picture of the young Island brothers, or they say that it's the
allegedly
Island boys allegedly with the young Epstein. I mean, yeah, with Epstein on a beach. But it's also like
you just
where these. Yeah.
The Island Boys? Who's the Island Boys?
Brandon, no. You don't know them. Don't get into it.
Is it a music group?
Brandon, you're a better person.
It's a dark pocket of the internet. They're brothers that may have
who they are.
done OnlyFans together. They're identical twins that look like
it's weird. It's weird, dude. Don't even go down that route.
Oh,
It's
so
like
weird.
daddy long neck. You know what I mean? Like along those lines. Just
Huh?
All right. Well, if we're not going to touch that, we have to touch something that was asked. So Scooter
hold
Braun
on,
is,
wait, before you go.
in fact, the manager of all three of those guys
Yes,
at one
yes.
point.
Yes. Real quick, and just to finish it, because my OCD and my ADHD won't let me move past it.
Okay.
Kind of what you were talking about before that, we kind of back on me and Umberto real quick with go back and forth there. It's not even so much so about cash judgment. I think with the stars and athletes, right? Today we saw a thing on what's his name? 50-year-old, what's his name, man? He had Cat Williams on his podcast. Giants linebacker.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Shay, there you go.
Oh, that's a hard one.
So
I
yeah,
read
it's a
about
hot
it
one.
today.
Yes. So I think one of these things, and I think we as a society tend to put these people on these pedestals, or we hold them to such a high standard, or maybe we don't, but they're in the limelight and we look at it, it's like, yo, how can you do this? You have a kid, you're doing all this. But I think we forget that touch that they are humans as well, and that just their shit just happens to be more out in public, right? And we just get to see their rise and their fall a lot more often, right?
Yeah.
And we kind of don't look so much, we kind of lose that human touch to them, you know what I mean? And we don't emphasize, like, have the same empathy towards them. But I honestly, truthfully see that whole Bieber thing very sad, regardless whether it be something like,
It is sad. The kid is talented.
Yeah, he's talented. He's got, whether it's a Selena thing, like Miguel said, whether it's a P. Diddy thing, whatever it may be, it's sad, dude.